Hello, my fellow sewers, my fellow creative people of the world. I'm so excited to show you in this video here today how to, behind the scenes, I guess, a little bit of how I create these beautiful bucket hats for my own Etsy shop. As you can see here, I've got some decals that I put on them. So this isn't necessarily a tutorial so much. I want to say that up front, you guys. But again, it's a little bit behind the scenes. And I'm just going to show you basically my creative process here in how I actually go about making these cute little hats. So to go on ahead and get started, I actually already cut out all of my pieces because it took a very long time. There are three types of pieces that I use for this project. One's for the top of the hat, the round part, the sides, and the brim, which is what I'm kind of holding here. I'm going to be making 6 total hats at once in this whole video. I'll just show you bits and pieces, otherwise the video would take forever and ever. But I'm just going to show you here, I'm going over to my machine. The first thing I do is I sew the sides of, the hat sides and the brim pieces together just to get started. This is, of course, a very lengthy process with 6 total hats, so I was hoping you all could kind of enjoy a little bit of the ASMR, if you will, sounds of the machine as we get moving along here just a little bit. Okay, now once I've got all the sides taken care of, I'm going to kind of just visually mark. I used to do this with an actual pencil or something to mark where the center points on the edges of the round top is. But since I've done this so many times, I don't really feel the need to mark it completely anymore. I can just kind of eyeball it, and I'm going to pin the sides of the hat to the top as shown here, just like this. From here, of course, we will go back over to the machine and we're going to sew these curved edges, which can be pretty tricky. It's kind of an advanced technique if you are a beginner. These hats are not easy to make, but of course, I just happen to just try my best, just do my best, and we keep chugging along, as you will. Now, of course, with all of these tops actually pretty much done, at this point at least, I'm going to flip them all inside out as shown here pretty quickly and full speed ahead, right? And then I am going to do a little bit of top stitching just on the sides of the top. Now, moving on, we're going to work on the brim of the hat. This is kind of coming up to what I think is like the fun part. So I'm going to take two pieces of one brim, two pieces together. I'm going to clip them all around the edges. This is where I kind of call this like a toilet seat cover because that's literally what it looks like at this point. But I'm just going to pin all 6 of these together all at once, and then I'm going to take them to the machine and just do a stitch all the way along the outside raw edge before I flip them, and then I will show you what I do for some very, very fun top stitching. Okay, well, at this point, I think it's very obvious that I have a visitor in the room. Miss Mia always likes to join me every time I'm sewing. She always has to be right by my side, so I let her join in on the fun a little bit. I'm going to flip all of these brim pieces completely inside out now, and then I am, oh my goodness, Mia, going to take it back over to the machine, and I'm going to sew top stitching around in a circular spiral motion, which is going to be very, very fun. It's very fun to do, very fun to watch, I think. It does make me a little bit dizzy, but in any case, it is kind of the fun part of the project. Now that I have all of my brim pieces complete, I'm going to take them and fold them up in a way that I can put them inside. This is where it gets a little bit confusing, so I really have to pay attention to what I'm doing. But I'm going to put them inside of the top hat piece that I already have done. I'm going to match up all the sides and make sure everything's really even around the top. And then again, I'm going to sew it around. It's going to be a circular shape, so it's going to be kind of tricky, but I'm going to do my best putting the hat together from here. Now, actually, we're not completely done yet with this. I still need to put in my lining part of the top hat, well, the hat top part. So I'm going to flip it inside out once again, and then I'm going to flip each of my extra pieces that I've got here inside out as well. And I'm going to match up the sides just as I already did. I'm going to do my curve stitch all the way around, but I am going to leave a little bit of an opening, a little bit of a gap, so that I can turn the lining inside out in just a second. Okay, so at this point, almost complete, so close to the very end. This is where I can see the end of the race. I can see the finish line at this point. So now I'm going to turn every one of these hats inside out. I'm going to pin where I left my hole, and then I'm going to do just one last round of top stitching all the way around so that I can cover up the hole and just make it look really nice and well finished in the end of the process. Now from here, pretty much complete with the actual hat. I've got all 6 of them done here. Now there is just one more step that I do for my Etsy shop, is I like to apply my own decals that I actually base off of my own watercolor paintings. So I'm going to show you that process right here. And as I reveal under the paper is my applique design right here. I do a couple of different designs. Again, these are all based on my own paintings that are all over on my Etsy shop. Of course, you guys, the link will be in the description below for you to check this out. Check out my Etsy shop. This is where you'll find all of my paintings and other products, of course, available as well. And these are, of course, the very hats you just witnessed me create. So I would absolutely love it if you guys would go over and check those things out. Of course, happy sewing, happy creating to you all, happy painting, maybe if you're a painter as well. And of course, I will see you all in my next video. Until next time.